Tom Heyman, that's so sweet. You just seem clean and natural and honest. That's true. That is true. Sometimes my honesty can be a fault. I have to check myself. And I used to work with kids. This is a story. I'll tell you guys a story. So back 4 years ago, I started working for a school system, and it was working with kids who had been like expelled from school. And it was but it was in a really affluent county. So like a lot of these kids were just kind of like messing around because they weren't getting what they needed at home. And I would always kind of like, they liked me because I was young. And also I listened to them, and I was always like tasked with sitting with the kids who would be naughty in class, and I would have to help them and tutor them because I was a teaching assistant. And they would always, well, there's two stories. One is they would always say, Miss Samantha, you just always say what's true, and like it makes so much sense. And there was this one day I remember, and I was all alone in a study hall, and there was this big guy, like tall, really tall and just big, and he was gonna start a fight, like a fist fight with another boy. And yeah, that's true. And there was another boy there, and they started fighting, and I was the only one in there. And so I stood between them, and I just said, you're not going to do this. And the one, it's like his eyes just like went away, and he like charged at me and threw me against the wall. And what was interesting was I started crying because I was shocked, you know. I was crying and crying and crying, and he looked at me and he was like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Like, and then every single day after that, he would say hi to me, and he'd be like, don't let anybody mess with you. Is somebody messing with you? But it's like, if in those moments we find the inherent goodness in people, whether or not they seem like they're a good person, you have to see past that. And I don't know why I'm telling you this story, but with these kids, it was just like, they needed somebody to see them. And I have one more story about that school. There was also a boy there. It is October 3rd. There was another boy there who had threatened to shoot his school, like shoot up his school. And if you met this kid, hi Louis, you would never guess. We all have bad moments. Yeah. So he comes to the school, and the kids are really mean to him. They're picking on him. And I just noticed him. And I had been told what he was there for. And I sat down with him one day, and I said, tell me about your life. Like, tell me what's going on. And he's like, well, at home, my brother always blames everything on me, and my mom like beats me up, like beats the crap out of me. Hi, Rocky. And I just looked at him, and I just felt like just so sad, because those kids are the ones who get marginalized. And he was so angry, he didn't know what to do. And nobody should ever threaten to do something like that, ever. But at the same token, it's like, people need to see the whole picture before they make assumptions. And yeah, we can't judge others from one situation. We never know what these kids are dealing with at home. Yeah. Maintain yourself as you are, as you go through your life. You are close to perfect. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. That's real sweet.